Hello everyone!
I'm Professor JellyBean.
And I'm Cozzy.
So Cozzy, today we are going to discover the wonderful world of insects, what they need for survival, and why we need to have a good relationship with insects. And then we'll get out into our backyards to conduct some insect investigation.
Nope. Bugs are hideous with their creepy little legs and their beady eyes.
Well, you're just gonna have to rethink your attitude towards insects because you need them.
Hey Professor JellyBean, what's the Earth Champion Challenge for the kids?
Ah, yes. For our Earth Champions, you'll be taking action to care for insects. So we're going to introduce you to message number 1 of the Earth Charter.
Nice.
Okay, let's get to the sciencey stuff now.
Sure. In our previous videos, we discovered objects that were non-living things, but today we are going to discover some living things. Sometimes it's easy to know if something is living, and other times it can be a bit tricky.
That's for sure. I'm still confused if you're a living thing. I mean, look at your face. You never stop smiling. That can't be normal.
Well, Cozzy, I am a living thing because I have observable characteristics. These certain characteristics make me and other living things different to non-living things. Let me show you some of the characteristics of living things. Number 1, living things take in nutrients from the environment. For example, animals eat food while plants use sunlight energy to make their own food. Number 2, living things grow and become larger, and living things can grow in different ways.
Yeah.
What's so funny, Cozzy?
I'm just imagining you as a child, Professor JellyBean.
Number 3, living things have movement. Animals can move in different ways, while plants can move their leaves and petals towards the sun. Number 4, living things respond to stimuli. That means they can react to changes in their environment. For example, if the temperature is cold, you might react by getting goosebumps and putting on a jacket. Or a plant might react to temperature by dropping its leaves. Number 5, living things can reproduce. That means they can make more of themselves by making seeds or having babies.
Here's a photo of me when I was a baby, Professor JellyBean.
Ah, kinda scary cute. So living things are called organisms, and an organism can be big like the whale or super tiny like the microorganisms found living in soil.
I can't see anything but dirt.
That's because the microorganisms are so small, you would need a special microscope to see them. Hey Cozzy, did you know that in just one handful of soil, there are more living microorganisms than there are people in the entire world?
Whoa. Hello little microorganism.
Cozzy, today I want to introduce our viewers to the living things called insects.
What did I say, Professor JellyBean? No way! Insects are hideous.
Well, I did say that you're gonna have to rethink your attitude towards insects because you do have a special relationship with insects.
Oh my gosh!
I am not in a relationship with bugs. No way, Professor JellyBean!
Well, you are connected to insects, Cozzy, because humans need insects to live, and that's a special relationship that all of us have with insects. They are super important because they are decomposers, they're food for other animals, they provide us with stuff that we use in our daily lives, and they are super pollinators, which allow plants to make seeds to make more plants. And as you know, a lot of food comes from plants, so we need to take care of insects, even if we don't like them. But I'm sure you're going to learn to love insects, Cozzy, after we conduct today's investigation.
Dunno. Okay then, but I am not touching any bugs. No way. Sweet Lemony Lincoln, what was that?
That means it's time to do our science investigation with our viewers.
Quick, if you didn't pre-prepare and get your supplies ready from the information below, get them now while we pause.
Awkward.
Well, I don't know what Cozzy is doing, but here's your supply list.
Okay, Professor JellyBean, let's investigate some insects.
What are you wearing, Cozzy?
What? I told you I wasn't going to touch any insects.
It's all good, Cozzy. We won't be touching the insects, but we will be practicing our special science skill of observation by using our sense of sight.
Hey, Professor JellyBean, to find insects, won't we have to go outside?
Well, for this investigation we will, Cozzy, even though some insects like to live in our home.
Oh no.
So you'll need to find a spot in your front or backyard where you have a flowering plant. The science question that you'll be asking yourself with this investigation is, how many insects will land on the plant during different times of the day? I already have a worksheet for you to collect the data from your observations.
That's awesome!
So start by looking at your plant during different parts of the day. For this investigation, we suggest morning, midday, and afternoon. To make the test fair, look at your plant for the same time for each period of the day. You'll record what you see by coloring in the insects within the correct column. By the way, the insect that you see does not have to look like the insect that you color in. You can conduct this investigation over more than one day. Maybe your discovery might make you come up with more questions that you can try to answer.
That's a cool science investigation, Professor JellyBean. I can't wait to see what everyone discovers.
Cozzy, why do you think insects travel to plants in the first place?
I don't know. They're having a fun planet holiday?
Well, insects need plants for survival, just like other living things have certain needs for survival.
I totally know what you're talking about, Professor JellyBean, because I need a big bowl of fruit salad to survive.
Wow, that's a big bowl of fruit salad. I'm sure you don't need that much to survive. Although, as a living thing, you do need nutrients to survive. So that's why we all eat food. An insect, let's say a bee, also needs nutrients to survive, and it gets its nutrients from plants. Hey, I have an idea. Let's use our imaginations and pretend some bubbles are bees flying around in our studio.
Bring on the bumblebees! See what I did there?
Very clever, Cozzy. So the bumblebees fly around looking for plants because bees get their food from plant flowers. Let me ask you this, Cozzy. Where did your fruit come from?
Came from down the road at the grocery store, silly.
Well, first a farmer had to grow the tree for the fruit to form on the tree. But without the bees and other insects, and bats too, pollinating the flowers, there would be no fruit for you, Cozzy.
Well, that just won't do.
Did you know?
Hey, did you know that over 200 years ago, most people grew their own food to eat? But today, most of us buy our food from the grocery store. That means farmers are having to find new ways to grow food for lots and lots of people. And one of the ways is to use pesticides. Pesticides are chemical sprays which are used to help grow food crops by killing insects that are considered pests. But scientists have learned that some of these pesticides are harming the environment and killing many other insects such as bees. But with science and innovation, together with respect for nature, the future of farming is looking pretty good.
So it's important that we continue to rethink how we grow our food so that we can grow food in a way that protects the soil, the water, and the community of life.
Well, I understand how important insects are now and how connected we are to them. And I want to do something to help take care of the insects now.
Well, it's time now for our Earth Champion Challenge. So let's have a look at message number 1 from the Earth Charter. It tells us that all living things need other living things. So your challenge is to care for insects. You can plant natives, which provide insects with food and habitat. Or you could become a citizen scientist with the Backyard Species Discovery Project.
Oh, wow!
Remember, everyone's a winner when we take care of Earth and each other.
So be sure to hit that subscribe button and tune in for all those Earth Champion challenges.
Oh, this is so exciting! See you all soon!